Hello and welcome to Your California Life. I'm your host, Desiree Shepard. Let's start off the day by making sure our finances are in order. It's Financial Wellness Wednesday, and we're ready to get schooled from the professionals. Today, we're talking about joint accounts with SchoolsFirst Federal Credit Union. For many, joint bank accounts are convenient and used for a variety of purposes, but lately, there's been an increase in fraudulent activity. SchoolsFirst Fruit Ridge Branch Manager Tamra Beaver joins us to tell us what we need to know when it comes to joint bank accounts. Welcome back, Tamra.
Hi, Desiree. Thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, we always love having you on. And Tamra, let's start at the beginning. Can you please give us a clear understanding of what a joint bank account is?
Absolutely. So it's basically exactly how it sounds. A joint bank account is an account that you have at your financial institution, typically your checking or your savings account, that has multiple owners. So when we think about that, that's our spouse, our significant other, sometimes our parents or our children or roommates. So it's an account that all of the owners have 100% equal transaction capacity. So anybody can access the account and do any of the transactions without needing the consent of the other.
And being that you're opening it with somebody else, it sounds like it's important that you open a joint account with someone you know and thoroughly trust. Can you help us understand some of the risks of joint accounts?
Absolutely. That's a really great point. So trust and reliability is very important when you're opening these accounts because of the fact that everybody can transact. There is 100% capacity. There is risk that's involved with that. So if one of the owners mismanages their funds in any way, if the account gets drawn negative, if they deposit something that later gets returned, both owners are responsible for paying those funds back. So anything that one owner does, the other is responsible for. So trust is extremely important. Another thing to consider is if your joint owner has any debts out there, your account could potentially be used to offset the funds on those accounts. So again, trust is the underlying theme here. Make sure you share an account with somebody who is reliable and that you trust to handle their finances the same way that you would handle yours.
Yeah, those are key factors to keep in mind. And we talked about the risks, but what are the benefits and what is the best way to use a joint account?
Absolutely. There are many great benefits. So the things that make the joint account a little bit risky are also a benefit to you. The fact that anybody can transact on the account is a huge benefit. So if I have a transaction that I need to complete and I can't make it to my financial institution to do so, my joint owner can, and they don't need me there to do it. So that's an absolute benefit. It also, when you share a life, you share expenses with, your housemates or your significant others. Depositing into one account and paying bills from that same account is a huge benefit and makes budgeting for those things much easier.
Wow. And joint accounts also have a feature that most accounts don't have regarding survivorship. Could you explain that more?
Yes, so there's something called right of survivorship. And what that means is if one owner was to unfortunately pass away, the other owner who remains on the account has full access to those funds. So you don't have to worry about a waiting period, your bills potentially not getting paid during that time, or a legal process. So the joint owner can continue using the funds that are in that account, can continue paying the bills and getting their deposits. So you don't have any of that legal process or waiting periods.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. And do you have any final words on joint accounts, Tamra?
So just like we talked about, joint accounts can be very helpful and very beneficial to you. It makes, sometimes paying bills and things like that much easier if there's one pot. But it is important that you trust who is on this account with you, that this is a reliable person and that they handle their finances the way that you would want to handle your own finances.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like you mentioned trust, and there's definitely benefits of the convenience of it all. Tamra, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And for more financial tips, visit SchoolsFirstFCU.org.